start recording
Hello.
anytime now.
Am I
Yeah.
audible?
Yeah, you can start, Tursaman. You can start now. Just
So good
started
morning,
recording.
once again. Good morning. Today mental health session. So our great Bhatia sir is doing the session today regarding helicopter parenting versus free range parenting. So heartily welcoming our Guru Bhatia sir. Over to you, sir. Thank you so much. Bhatia sir. Bhatia
I
sir,
think
radio on.
Bhatia sir's is frozen. Some network issue, I think. Bhatia sir video is frozen. Welcome back, Ashir sir. Good morning, Gordon sir.
Sir, good morning.
So, ma'am, you can go
Good
for
morning,
full
Mr.
screen.
Pardon, Gordon sir.
No, you can go for full screen, I say.
Yeah.
Presentation mode. Yeah.
But where is Bhatia sir?
Yeah, I think he's having some network issues, probably.
I will call him 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will be leaving, sir, for some.
Okay, Ratan sir. Have a great day, great week ahead.
Thank you.
Okay.
Some net issues, he's rejoining.
Good morning, Sri Kumari ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes. Bhatia sir joined from another device.
Okay, Bhatia sir, are you
Yeah.
ready? Bhatia sir, your face is not visible.
Just a minute.
Your face is not visible.
1 minute.
Camera, could you please adjust?
I will adjust everything. Just 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is happening now? Here something power problem is there. Looks like that. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
It's
okay. Now it's okay. Yes.
Okay. Am I audible also?
Yes, sir, you are
Very
audible.
clearly, what you said.
So it's a good thing that Tulsi madam, I thought that we should all go to teenager, you know? Right. Hello.
Sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So before we take up the topic which is put on the screen today, helicopter parenting versus free range parenting, I would like to say a few things about the adolescence, and we are talking with reference to the mental health. And when we talk about mental health, the way we have to think about the physical health, and we for the physical health we definitely need a good food for our body, right food for our body, and other things. Then only it can remain. See, it is not just the absence of sickness and illness. It is much more than that as for the health or the well-being is concerned. Same is the case with the mind. When we talk about this one, mind has to be very, very morally strong and other things. Naturally, we have to give a right nutrition and other things at a right time. Then only it can remain present. So, what is the age at which this becomes very important, because that gives this one. So here in the human life, when we are child, we are innocent. When we are become old and other things, naturally the other things, we all know what all has happened. But there is a stage which is in between. Neither we are a fully child, we are just crossing that age and then coming to the youth or this one, and toward moving toward the maturity and everything. This is a time which is very, very important time as far as this is concerned. This is what is adolescence. Adolescence is a period basically between the childhood and becoming an adult. Normally, people may think that it can be of the order of 13 to 18 years or 19 years, this one. And this is a time when we are at school and the college and other things, and we are growing. It is a grow or the growing between the maturity, and there is a for what? We don't take a hasty decision. We are not carried away by the environment, or there is a lot of flexibility and the maturity has to be brought where we can combat our stress and also our control our negative emotions and other things. So this is the period where a lot of good inputs can be given, and then we can go ahead with that. Many people think that it's a period to attain the boldness and the self-assertion, daring to exploit, leading to what is good or bad or evil. And it is a growth towards maturity. The presence is a power of presence and hope of the future. There is no doubt about it. Is a mindset, or it is empowerment of the mind with the skill set to remain what calm, cool, contented, committed, to be a progressive in nature, basically for what? Enhance productivity of our human life. So with this background, if we think that today's topic is very important, that what happens, what type of, see, this all get affected by the environment around us, family, so-called culture, the family, so-called heritage, and also when we are going to school, the environment at the school, the teaching methods and teaching us. So teachers and parents have a bigger role to this one. This topic is a very big topic, and today we have decided to just talk about the parenting part in this, bringing this so-called change, or bringing this, molding us to that direction where really the life is a joyful, life is a one enjoyable, life is one very productive, and other things of that nature. So right so-called ingredient given at this point will actually bring the fruits on that one. So if we consider the effect of parents at this age, when we are the school going children, not just entering the college and other thing, that is the age, whether we are a boy or a girl, it plays a major role in that. And according to the way parents want to bring the child up, there are two schools of thought. which is called, one is can be put as a helicopter parenting, and we also have a free range parenting. Today we are going to talk about this. Can we go to the next slide? Can we go to the next slide? Yeah. So already I have talked about it. Adolescence is a crucial stage of our development as a human personality. So parents definitely plays a key role in shaping our behavior, how we are going, because our so-called personality reveals through our behavior. Not only in our thinking, not only we are carried away by the environment, but what is coming as action. Action is the most important of human, this one. So parenting plays a key role in this. There are different parenting styles which affect the growth differently. And today we are, as I mentioned, that we are going to focus on the two contrasting styles, which is called helicopter parenting and the free range parenting. Let us go to the next slide. So what are these parenting styles? This includes that bringing the discipline, molding people for the right communication, what is the type of emotional support we need and we get it, and really implement in this our life. And it also influences personality and also the behavior. So this parenting has very important aspect in shaping our life ahead after of this teenage. So let us first talk about helicopter parenting. As the name says, the next slide, please. Next one. Yeah. So let us first talk about helicopter parenting. And the name suggests helicopter because helicopter is one which can just take it from the ground and instead goes up rather than it has to run on the way and then take the height and nothing. So it is a total lifting. It is a one-sided that trust is given in this one. So this approach has got that type of basics in it. That is, we can say that aim is that we rise to certain level in the less amount of time and other things. So naturally, the parents are what they do in this type of parenting, they become overprotective, and it is highly involved parenting. Because parents are always on the side of the teenager or the child to always try to give them protective. And if there is any sense that there is some danger, there is something wrong and other thing can go wrong, they come over and take over and try to push him up. So that is we can say it is overprotective. So when you are overprotective, you feel safe and you don't take risk and other things, and you don't decide yourself. You highly depends on your parents. So naturally, in this type of parenting, parents very closely monitor every activity of the child and try to control also. And focus is always on the safety and the success. They teach, and then also we write at the back, they will be at this one, whether how the things are working, and try to save them from just, toppling down here and there and others. So safety and the cover given from the parents are very, very on the high degree. It is basically dominated by the parents' personalities rather than in individuals' child's this one. Another factors which are very important is, go to next slide, please. So naturally, this needs a very constant supervision on the child's actions, behavior, and mid-level corrections and everything is being commanded by the parents. So decision making is not done by the child, but it is always done by the parents. What is wrong or right, they dictate that child, this is right or this is wrong. There is a lot of high expectations. You are always saying that, okay, you have to become like this, you have to become like this. And for that, you have to listen to me like this, and this is the way you have to do it. There is no better way than that, but I'm telling that type of commands come from the parents. And child is becomes submissive, and then it has to just follow it. Maybe because of fear, maybe because of punishment may come, maybe because of that they say that these are best people for me, that who are guiding me. I don't have to think and other thing. That is the type of feeling a child gets, and the parents just lead that thing. So there is always a fear of failure, and that's the reason on the either side, parents feel that, if they don't do like this, they are definitely going to face some failure. So with that idea, they become overprotective and over take a lot of safety measures on it. And child also feel that, okay, if I go on my own, there is always I may fail and I may not go on the path the parents want. So that's why I simply blindly follow that. There is no limitation in general, but definitely it's a limited this one. Commands coming from the parents, directions coming from the parents, the child has to simply a follower rather than becoming a leader. Not holding their life in their hand, but it is a hand of the parents. For example, next slide, please. See now, all parents want that our child should do well. So what they do is they come to the rescue of the children. They start doing their homework. They are trying to write their notes and try to submit this and all type of things they do. The child is not allowed much to put into action with this fear that they will not do it right. So parents, this is one of the example. Parents doing the homework for the children, writing the notes. Naturally, we can all understand what is the benefit the child is going to get out of it. Nothing much is going to happen. Their thinking power goes down. Their working effort goes down. There is a interference in the school matter also. Small thing happened in the school when the children come and complain. Immediately they will rush back to the school, talk to the teachers, principal, this and that, and even sometimes go a really wrong way and don't do that. Oh, we have put the child in your school. What for this one? You people are not taking care and this one. You see, shifting the responsibility from the child's this one behavior and the child's action to the action of the teachers and this one. So that is not going to help much. Not allowing children to face the consequences. They don't allow them to face difficulties in this one. Parents come on the rescue this one. So naturally, the boldness, uh, working against or raising voice against this one, anything wrong which is happening from to them from the surrounding. Teenagers are not getting prepared under this style of so-called parenting. Next slide, please. Yeah. So naturally, it will affect this type of parenting, basically the helicopter parenting, what we are discussing. Naturally, it will have a low self-confidence in the child. It also depends upon the parents or the elders or somebody who are commanding it. Lot of anxiety and stress comes over this because from the inside of the child, what is always there that I want to do something. So that itself gives a lot of anxiety, and it also the life becomes very stressful as far as the child is concerned. They are always in a fearful mood. This one. Then, as far the decisions are concerned, naturally we are not allowed to take decision. You are not allowed to learn from your mistake, doing mistakes and correcting it and learn from that mistakes. So definitely there is always a poor decision making skills which get developed in the child. Can we go to the next slide? Yeah. Now we'll go to the other end, which is called free range parenting, where a lot of freedom is given. So this naturally, just opposite to that, it increases independence and freedom. You leave everything to the child. You say, you decide, you take the decision, and you come forward. You start working on that. Once you start working, you will have failure. Face the consequences and everything. Naturally, your mind, as far the mind is concerned, it is getting something equivalent what we have been discussing in the 5 AM jam, the gym, the mind gym. So it is a lot of exercise, and more you make your mind to work, more and more you want this one, it gets a lot of exercise and becomes strong and other things. So naturally, this increases independence and freedom. Child learns through the experience, doing through the mistake, learning out of this one and trying to correct it. So They said, oh, if I go this way, that is wrong. That is decision coming from their own consciousness rather than being dictated by the parents. Parents act as a guide. Parents have the experience, parents are the side, and in this type of parenting, the parents watch very soon and they come forward when there is a need for the child to seek help or the guidance. That is the only area. Only at the back, where it means the parents remain little at the back compared to see that the things goes in the right way as one decides, as one takes the decision, as one experiences another thing. So they are the in this type of process, if you really see, child's rights than his own future. Find a space in the future and establish himself or herself in that space by actions which are basically originated from his mind or her mind, and then guided, supported, and helped by the parents or the coming from their experience. Now, can we go to the next slide? Next slide, please. Yeah. So, what are the different features of the free-thinking parent? It is definitely, as we discussed, it is a freedom to make decisions. You are allowed to take decisions, and then decisions are only dictated, gentlemen. This is the decision you are taking. Please own the decision. When you are owning the decision, you will work to get that done in the way it is you are visualized it. So there is a lot of freedom to make decision in this type of parenting. It also increases our responsibilities. There is a difference between responsibility and duty. Duties are assigned. Oh, child, you do this. This is the way, and simply obey. Where you take in the responsibility, you come forward to rise to the occasion and take that work as your responsibility. It means much better than, much beyond than this one. In this type of encouragement, you will start searching what is the optimum, the best solution for a given problem by the child itself. It owns the results, it owns the mistakes also in this one. And naturally, when such a thing is happening in the parenting, it gives a lot of trust you have to have, and the parents are having that my child, this one is going in the right direction, and then we are only supporting that. So from that angle, these are some of the advantages. Okay, can we go to the next slide to see some of the examples? Next slide, please. Yeah, here you see when you want to make your child to make your own decision, you have to allow to take their own action. For example, a simple way, you allow them to travel alone, maybe short distances, going for a small shopping and other things, so that they understand how the things have been done and other things and learn out of that. And whatever good it comes, immediately reward them and say, oh, my child, oh, wonderful, you have done this and this. So that's increasement. So this happens that they start using their mind, taking the responsibility and come forward to take the challenges, this one. So that is one example, a simple thing. Allow them to travel alone, maybe short distances. You may keep a watch from the back, no doubt about it. You can be careful, you can monitor this one, their movements and other. But you just simply allowing a child to go in an auto to different place to relatives and other things, but track the auto so that which is not known to the child and other thing. But still, you are keeping the watch, but you are allowing them to take this one. They also feel that we are grown up now. We can take our safety. We can take our things in our hand. Maybe managing their own schedule. You ask them, okay, you have to learn this lesson. What is the time you are having? This is a marks probably you minimum you have to get it, this and that. So you make your own schedule how you want to study. You want to get up in the morning, you want to study them. What is important is that you have to spend, let us say, 2-3 hours for studies. If that is the dictation, how do you plan that one other thing in left to the child and support that? And wherever they go little bit here and there and seek the help only on that point. Help on problem is specific, so that you get a right solution. So learning from the mistake. In a child, definitely whatever we do, there will be always a better path, maybe in the form of time, maybe in the form of energy, maybe in the form of that. And you may realize yourself that if I would have done this way, probably it would have been better. So learning is coming from the mistakes. Learning is coming from the experience, what they do, get it from the sun. So here, the mind get much more strong, much more, critical in examining their own effort and other things. So that is one of the biggest advantages we get from this one. Can we go to the next one? Next one, we'll talk about some of the facts. Yeah. Here what we see is, naturally, it is going to give a lot of high so-called self-confidence. Because once they start seeing the good results from their action, they will develop a self-respect and also the self-confidence within, which is very much needed in the life ahead for them. And better problem solving skills, because you have used your own brain, exercise it, and coming from the experience and the method and the technique, you are trying to resolve the problems and fix this one. It also gives you a lot of emotional strength, that is having a confidence in you and confidence in taking the support from the experiences coming from the parents or the surrounding. It gives you a lot of independence. Independent does not mean that you have become free to do anything. Independence is to take the right decision and work in the style you want to do it and achieve the result. Because final goal is achieving the results. So there it is. This. Can we go to next slide to just compare between these two? So we have seen that in a helicopter parenting, there is a high degree of control. It is a low independence. It is a parents-driven decisions. On the other hand, free-range parenting, it is a low control, high independence, and child-driven decisions. Is obvious and very clearly we have brought and discussed this. Can we go to the next slide, please? Next slide. Yeah. So naturally, nothing is without so-called problems and disadvantages. So let us compare that. In a helicopter parenting, safety and academic support, it is on the high degree, but this gives you a lot of stress and also lack of independence. So these are two advantages to this one, disadvantages of the helicopter parenting. On the other side, if we see free-range parenting, we have a lot of confidence and is make a high degree of responsibility. Naturally, it is a risk. It is unguided. You may go wrong because totally when you have independence used in a wrong direction. And naturally, the possible indiscipline also will come, that when they start doing something, getting some results and other thing, naturally they will not care for the parents or this one. So that type of problems will arise in this one. So the indiscipline will come and they will start taking law in their hand and other things. So that type of thing comes in this as a disadvantage is in this one. So naturally, as we discussed now, can we go to the next slide? So balanced approach is the best. In other ways also, we have all seen that there is nothing like a best solution for a given problem. There is always an optimum solution. Optimum solution also always come when we take a very holistic approach. So having gone through this so-called helicopter, one end of this one is something like a digital, totally this or totally this. Naturally, if we take a via media, take the advantages of both and try to discard the disadvantage of both and try to come out with some style of parenting which is going to be optimum for a given child, a given environment, for a given family, that will be much better and nothing. And this we can put in the category of balanced approach. Here, once again, is very clear, no style is perfect. And what works good for one place may not work good for the other place. Keeping that in mind, that's why I always say it is a problem specific, it is a situational specific. Based upon that, one has to take a holistic approach, do critically analyze the environment around you. It is also see the child's this one basic behavior and other things, and what you want to achieve, taking all those things into consider, that you have to think how much control you want, how much liberty you want to give. So this becomes the balance approach. Then combination naturally will work better, but combination has to be thought. It is not just we are combining only this aspect I will take from here, this aspect. No, it is probably how much and how. Both have become very important. The called authority, this one, if we take it this one, guidance plus freedom, the control plus trust, they have to go together. And that is where the things will work better. You have to control, but you also have to trust on them. You have to guide them, but give them enough liberty so that their mind is start really exercising it. Can we go to the next slide? Can we go to the next slide? Next slide, please. Hello. Are you getting me?
Yes, I changed the role of
Yeah,
parent.
role of parents, naturally. We need to increase the communication. And we have to one-to-one talk. Find out, listen to the children. And okay, what is the problem you got? What is the problem? What do you think what is right? How we have to go? And jointly decide this one. So increase the communication. This one among parents and so-called children, and set a clear boundaries. So, okay, you can do that. You can go with your friends and other things, mix with the opposite sex and no problem. But this is the boundary. Don't go beyond this. So that type of things you have to say. Because and then you have to convince them that going beyond this boundary, what are the risk factor? What is the thing which can go wrong? Trying to tell from the experience, and this one what you visualize, that visualization of that one. So you have to set certain clear boundaries, very clearly defined. This one other thing, you are free for this, but you are not free for this. You are, that has to come. If there is something that bring to our notice, we'll take care of it. We'll boundary like that. So it's one to one, working as a team with the parents and the children. They have to work as a team to build the behavior, character, and living ahead. We have to support independence, no doubt about it, and be a guide, not a controller. You cannot be boss, you cannot be dictate, because this is life. Finally, the children has to live. You are not going to live their life. So, to that extent, is a combination, a very holistic approach one has to take. So, in conclusion, I can say that the parenting really shapes adolescent's future, and it is overprotection, limited growth. Too much freedom can be risky and unsafe. Balance may be the key, and one condition. So, last slide will go. This is something I like a quote. Children are like kites. They need the freedom to fly, no doubt, and support to stay grounded. That is the main. Grounded to what? The life they live ahead and how do they. Thank you very much. And now I am open to the questions. To best of my knowledge, brief and everything, I will try to answer. Thank you very much for giving me the
Final thought
opportunity
is
to
here.
talk in a very, very important topic.
One more final thought is here.
Yeah, final thought is that I told no, children are like kites. They need to have a freedom to fly, no doubt, and support so that they stay grounded. Very nice. Just like a kite, we are having kite needs a string in the hands of a controller. If that is left, it will just fly and get lost somewhere. So that is to be controlled, but it is still having a freedom to fly with the wind and other things, right? Here the wind is playing a role of environment. So they need to be, to that effect, the children need to be flexible to adopt the environment and try not to be carried away by that, guided by the experience and the parenting is a control, but they are free enough to have diversion within that limits. So that is precisely what we discuss about the balanced approach and all this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bhatia sir. Excellent presentation. Thank you, Sudhiba, for making this PPT.
Yeah. I'm really
It
thankful to
was-
Sudeep, and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
also very thankful to you for giving me this topic. When
Why
you told
why
me
she
3
has
times
not
in a
joined,
row, I
Tulsi ma'am? Why
started
Sudeep has
questioning
not joined?
She has changed her job. She is starting from home by 6
Uh-huh.
o'clock. She's busy in the morning. So she couldn't join. Anyway, Bhatia sir, thank you so much. Wonderful
It is
presentation.
your and Sudeepa's work which I presented. So credit goes to you people. If it is good, it is very good.
But it
As
was
far as I'm
supporting us.
concerned.
That is our courage.
Yes.
Our great guru. Thank you, sir.
So I was like a kite, no?
Yeah.
I
So
was
we-
like a kite. I was given enough freedom to, talk about the subject and still control what I should talk.
Yes.
Yes.
So one or two
So it
feedback
is
Yeah.
we can
feasible.
listen from the participants. After that, we will go
Yeah,
to the.
but before that, Tulsi ma'am, I have one small video which I had shared earlier also. What's
Yeah.
the role of parenting? So I'll
Okay.
share that and then we can start the reflection.
Sure, sir. Thank you, Pandya sir, for the YouTube recording. Thank you all.
And something the parents these days have long since forgot.
Okay, so this is a 2 minute 52 seconds or something. So please listen to this, and this is something the role of parenting. Again, Bhatia sir said, Bhatia sir said about helicopter parenting, and the other extreme is the free will, or giving freedom. So let's listen to this, and then we can reflect.
You need to understand something the parents these days have long since forgot and are going to have to relearn again. Your grandparents knew this, but today's generation of parents doesn't seem to. And that is, you do not get to design your children. Nature would never have permitted that to happen. Evolution would not have allowed a generation of a species to be so influenced by the previous generation. It hasn't happened, and it doesn't happen, and it especially doesn't happen in children. You do not design your children. And yet we have the Mozart effect. I believe that if I play classical music to my uterus when I'm pregnant, I'm going to have a genius. The fact that if I can just put enough crib toys over his crib, he's going to have all these neurons exploding with synapses and be a brilliant... You need to understand something the parents these days have long since forgot and are going to have to relearn again. Your grandparents knew.
Overspeed.
I felt it was going a little fast. I thought I'll slow it down.
Little
but
fast
I-
means it was very, very, very fast.
Yeah. I wanted to change it to 0.75, but
Yeah.
it is not there. So I'll play it at the normal speed. Okay.
Yes,
I'll
yes,
start from the beginning. Okay.
Thank you.
You need to understand something the parents these days have long since forgot and are going to have to relearn again. Your grandparents knew this, but today's generation of parents doesn't seem to. And that is, you do not get to design your children. Nature would never have permitted that to happen. Evolution would not have allowed a generation of a species to be so influenced by the previous generation. It hasn't happened, and it doesn't happen, and it especially doesn't happen in children. You do not design your children. And yet we have the Mozart effect, the belief that if I play classical music to my uterus when I'm pregnant, I'm going to have a genius. The fact that if I can just put enough crib toys over his crib, he is going to have all these neurons exploding with synapses and be a brilliant mathematician. You don't get that degree of power. Does that mean stimulation doesn't matter? No, it means a stimulation environment is better than a deprived environment. But it doesn't mean that the more stimulation you add into the environment, the better it gets. It's a threshold. There is enough stimulation that every normal brain needs to develop. And once you're past that, which 98% of you are, the rest of it is out of your hands. What we have learned in the last 20 years of research in neuroimaging, behavior genetics, developmental psychology, neuropsychology can be boiled down to this phrase. Your child is born with more than 400 psychological traits that will emerge as they mature, and they have nothing to do with you. So the idea that you are going to engineer personalities and IQ and academic achievement skills and all these other things just isn't true. Your child is not a blank slate on which you get to write. The better view is that your child is a genetic mosaic of your extended family, which means this is a unique combination of the traits that run in your family line. I like the shepherd view. You are a shepherd. You don't design the sheep. The engineering view makes you responsible for everything. Everything that goes right and everything that goes wrong. This is why parents come to us with such guilt, more guilt than we've ever seen in prior generations, because parents today believe that it's all about them and what they do. And if they don't get it right, or if their child has a disability, they've done something wrong, when in fact the opposite is true. This has nothing to do with your particular brand of parenting. So So I would rather that you stop thinking yourself as an engineer and step back and say, I am a shepherd to a unique individual. Shepherds are powerful people. They pick the pastures in which the sheep will graze and develop and grow. They determine whether they're appropriately nourished. They determine whether they're protected from harm. The environment is important, but it doesn't design the sheep. No shepherd is going to turn a sheep into a dog. Now, that comes with it a profoundly freeing view of parenting. Because what it means is, although it's important to be a shepherd, recognizing that this is a unique individual before you allows you to enjoy the show, right? So open a bottle of Chardonnay, kick off your slippers, sit back and watch what takes place, right? Because you don't get to determine this, right? So enjoy it. It doesn't last all that long anyway. They're gone before you know it, right? But if you think that what you did in your house is going to shape the life course of this individual, you are sadly mistaken, right? This is a unique individual. Let them grow, let them prosper. Please design appropriate environments around them, but you don't get to design them. You need to understand something that parents these days have long since forgot and are going to have to relearn again. Your grandparents knew this.
Yeah. So to add to what Bhatia sir said, parents' role is best described of being a shepherd. We as parents do not have the ability or to design the sheep. That's the takeaway from this video. So he's a very famous this thing, and he's quoting from various researchers. So anything that we do to our children, thinking that we have to mold them, we have to it is our responsibility. Again, to quote Stephen R. Covey, all the children when they are born, they are born with their hardwired birth gifts: IQ, EQ, PQ, and SQ, intelligence quotient, emotional quotient, physical quotient, and spiritual quotient. And they also have the ability to choose. It is only in the natal years, in the formative years, if you are this thing, they are dependent on the parents to be fed, to be nurtured, to be taken care of. After a certain age, even from 3 to 7 years is the formative this thing. Whatever they experience in these years will last their lifetime. So it is a responsibility of the parents, as he said, to create an environment in these formative years so that they grow to be responsible and capable citizens of the world. Over to you, Bhatia sir, and anyone who would like to reflect. Naveen has raised his hand. Yeah, please raise your hand if you have something to share so that we can give you an opportunity to reflect and share your viewpoints. Yes, over to you, Naveen.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning to all the eminent person from I like to bring one of the incidents which I think October or November.
Be brief, Naveen. I'm going to stop you if you are going to take too much time. We have to go through the Mind Valley session also. No stories. Just reflect on what Bhatia sir presented and this video. If you have anything to share, please share. I'm being very, very candid here. So every time you go through stories, we do not want stories.
The point he has told, let the people fly, but we have to support them to keep in the ground. In Pune, one of the people were, I just met around 12 o'clock in the night, and after 2 months...
No stories, no stories. It reflect upon your children, how you are bringing up, if you can. Otherwise, whom you met, we are not interested. Over to you, Gordon, sir.
Yeah.
Can I share?
Yes, please.
First of all, if you can kindly share that video link, I think it is a very good
It was
video.
already shared. I'll share it again, Gordon, sir.
Please, sir. Thank you.
If you remember, there was a few exchange of words on Saturday when about the topic which Kamalji initiated about how we can bring in emotional resilience among children. You had some, you made a point saying that parents have to do this. So I was reflecting from this video perspective. So parents, can only support. Even I quoted about Sadhguru, restricting people around his daughter, not to guide them. So it was from this perspective, and it was not to question your this thing, but so thanks to Bhatia sir, again we have come back to this topic. So I'll share this video again now, Gordon sir.
Thanks a lot. I just wanted to thank Bhatia sir. Excellent talk, sir. Very relevant talk. I could connect to a lot of examples which he had given in the talk. As parents now, we need to grow up because we are still thinking they are little children. We can control them. That is not a very helping tendency. So this talk has given us a lot of thoughts, lot of points to reflect. Thank you so much, Bhatia sir.
Thank you.
Yes, Acharya sir, please go ahead.
Yeah, just it is my opinion. As the parents, they want to correct the children and they forget about the connecting with the children. So when they are talking about the helicopter, or I like that free coaching. Main one is the parents also not only learning, we have to unlearn lot of things.
Yeah,
So,
that's why I say it's a teamwork. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So that
It's
is
a
the
teamwork.
way.
Yeah.
Even the parents, that may be even for me also, I may be 60 years, 70 years, still from the childhood to this moment, whatever the unfulfilled expectation, undelivered. So when the parents are the main source. So I really appreciate the way you taken. It's a very quite interesting and useful. What I want to communicate is every day we have to share what happened. It's not showing we are the big, because a lot of times we don't want to show our weakness.
As a friend, we have to sit together and share. Yes.
Yes, sir. Every day, at least night time, dinner time, at least 20 minutes, what happened today, what you got, what you learned, and also there are no problem. It is the opportunity to learn what you learn and how you can do that. So that is the way that you'll increase the confidence. And the second one is you are whole, complete, perfect, but only this is the process of managing, maintaining our mindset. So main one is they should experience I am good enough, and also I am safe. I love myself. I love others. These are all the fundamental things required. Because up to 5 years, they want to have the safe and secure zone that is coming from the mother. When they wake up in the night, when the mother was not there, they feel something, oh, I am abandoned. So at the grown-up step, we don't even know we are giving that meaning. It is subconsciously acting, we don't even have the awareness. So I'm not good enough. I'm not belonging to this group. Something is wrong. So these are all some of the judgments settled in a subconscious mind that is running our life. So that is the way last Saturday I share about the inner child regression and also age regression. Even it may be any age, still I am also carrying that. But the wonderful presentation, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank
because
you,
the
Acharya
children
sir.
are always fight or flight or frozen. These are all to save the time I'm shortly facing. Instead of fight, instead of flight, instead of frozen, what is the other possibility? Ask and listen. Because nobody wants to get this advice. Then you have to face the situation. What that type of confidence you have to create. Thank you.
Thank you, Acharya sir. Anyone else who would like to reflect before, it's already late, 7:20. So we can go through that meditation, yesterday's meditation once again. It is part of the lesson number 18. So anyone who would like to reflect on Bhatia sir's presentation on parenting, please unmute and share, then I'll share the screen.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Bhatia sir. Good morning, all.
Good morning, Akhila. Good morning.
Yeah, I listened. It's a very useful session. A helicopter, and it's an independent of a session. See, I belongs to sometimes independent, sometimes helicopter. I make the kids to
Then you become
do it all.
aeroplane.
Yeah,
You become aeroplane.
Yeah. Yeah. As I already mentioned, I put both my kids in the second grade in the karate class. Initially, we guided to I myself or my parents go along with them, pick up, drop everything. Then at the fourth standard, I bought a cycle for her. So initially, we go along with her. Then she was independent. Then she took care of her sister. So that independency reflects in all the areas, especially in school also. She can take her decision, she can be independent. Even I got a feedback from the class teacher also, how you parent are very introvert, but your kids are so extrovert. She's talking with everyone. She's very bold and strong. So all this happens because of the decision which I took in her early age of 6, 7, it seems. Yeah, and one more thing, my younger one is totally independent. Now she's in boarding school. She's taking her decision on her own. She did this, what was it? Parasailing. Parasailing. She didn't inform me. She took a decision by herself. She enrolled her, and when I went to annual day, I was searching her here and there. Then staffs told me that your daughter is doing parasailing. I was shocked. I was without my permission. How you enrolled in your parasailing? Because some bad incident happened 2 days before with the boy. So that she said, if I ask you, you won't give me permission. So that's what that. Then that moment, I was very proud of her, the way she did the parasailing. So something we have to be uh, accepted. That I noticed. Yeah, thank you, uh, Bhatia sir. It's very good presentation. So over to you, Prasad sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, Akila ma'am, you are audible.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, Akila ma'am. Thank you for sharing from your own life and know how. That's what Vadia sir said. It should be a balance. It should not be on one extreme or the other. Too much freedom or too much controlling. So that's what you are experiencing. Thank you for sharing from this. So just to no, I'm sorry for Naveen. No, cutting off Naveen. So it was not relevant. It has been his this thing to take off somewhere. So Mr. Naveen, my intention is not to stop you, but there are so many other people who are whose time is very precious. So it should be relevant to the topic of the day. So please, my request to you is, whenever you are sharing, let it be with relevance to the topic that we are discussing. So thank you. So let us go through this practice meditation 3, healing yourself with energy. So your practice meditation for chapter number 3 includes everything you have learned so far: grounding, mental clarity, running energy, and healing yourself. I recommend listening once a day, then leave your energy running. Let this be easy, no effort. As soon as you feel confident, you can practice on your own without my guidance. So it's 11 minute 21 seconds audio guided meditation. So we can leave the session